All right, people. So we're back with yet another bonus episode. And this one is with Mark Richards again. And it's for the VHS release, Behold the Wonders Never Cease. And we're going back to 1993. And we're going back to the third Backyard Jam. And a small and very dedicated BMX scene back in 1993. And even though the people riding couldn't really see it, BMX was on a slow but steady comeback trail, and the whole BMX scene in the UK and some from Europe had descended upon Hastings yet again in May 1993 to witness the third Backyard Jam. And of course the video that Mark was going to make, which was going to be Behold the Wonders That Never Cease. Coming over for this Backyard Jam was the S&M team. S&M at the time was the new hot brand, the core brand that was just coming out with a refreshing look to BMX. And the two riders coming were Chris Moeller and Keith Treanor. And people were excited. The buzz was out. Everyone was hyped for this event, and it didn't disappoint, and neither did the video. So we get right into it in this one. Get it down, yeah.
So the year was 1993. The vert ramp has gone in Hastings.
Yep, it was. That went in 91.
Okay. Oh wow. So that's been.
It was one in the 92 Jam, because you remember the 92 Jam had to have the vert ramp. It was the invert one on the field.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
I think the big ramp was still there in Oh no.
I think the big ramp was gone.
No, it was 92 it went, the big ramp.
Okay.
So we just had the MIDI. Yeah.
And the MIDI got cut down to like a 6 or something.
Yes, it was cut down by then, yes.
Yeah. What was going on? Backyard was, the shop, I guess, was growing into more of a BMX shop than a skate shop.
Totally. I mean, the BMX was getting much bigger, obviously, by this time. But obviously, skateboarding was still the main bread and butter. Yeah. The whole downstairs of the shop was skateboard, and and BMX sort of thing, and clothes upstairs. But the BMX was certainly getting bigger. I mean, this jam, compared to the one before, seemed massive. Even though you look back and think, actually, there wasn't that many people there, but it was like almost doubled, if not tripled. From the year before.
Yeah. And also, like, so the time period is like spring, isn't it? These jams, they were May, I think, early May, or was it late May? Yeah.
It was, middle of May, yeah.
Okay. And what, can you remember, like, what did they tell you what was going on? Like, Mad Dog's coming, Keith Treanor's coming. Like, what did you know about what was going on with the jam, like the format?
Oh, yeah, we knew, because obviously after the year before, when, Fuzzy and DMC had been over, who's coming this year? So Stu had already sort of organised, Keith Treanor and Mad Dog on it coming.
Yeah.
And we were pretty excited about it, because we had such a laugh the year before, was I working in the shop then? I don't know if I was actually. I was working in the shop in 92 in Backyard.
Okay.
For a bit when the jam was on. But I don't think I was. I don't think I was anymore in 93. I can't remember anyway. But yeah, we were all pretty close knit, So getting ready for the jam, we were pretty psyched, especially after doing the video the year before. Things were. We were ramping it up a bit. We thought, right, got up our game now. And also the S&M. Chris and Keith coming over. That was a bit more. Not quite as corporate. Do you know what I mean? It was, I mean? It was there. That was a bit more.
That was more core. Yeah, that was. And S&M at that time was very upcoming. Like people, it was vibing. Yeah. People were really into it as a brand, and that was this perfect timing for those guys to come.
Yeah.
So, what about the video? Like, did you know what you wanted to do with the video this time? Or was that kind of?
I think the way I've always and still work is just kind of winging it,
Okay.
I mean, we knew we were going to do a video. We basically filmed. We were filming probably months before the jam. Just bits and bobs. I'd always be filming whoever was around. But of course, everyone arrived for the jam. and that's when we start doing the main filming the week before and a few weeks after. That's when the bulk was done. But I think we probably filmed a little bit longer on this one. There were a few more trips, and we obviously
you'd learn.
We'd be going places with Keith Treanor and Mad Dog. Yeah, getting the footage in. But I don't remember there being a direct plan. I think it's just see what footage we got, but I don't know. The one is it really came together. Jerry was great. He was really up for being filmed. Which wasn't always the way later on. He was really into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, cool.
But he was really on fire and just loving the ride, So he had that great end section, the classic end section, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally.
And it was just great. There was all sorts of things. I think we did Oxford, and there was a load of jams around the time that they were over. Mad Dog was over and all that. So, but I don't remember an exact plan. You see, not like today. We didn't sit down and storyboard it.
Yeah,
I just pointed the camera.
I just wondered.
We'll get some shit on riding, and we'll see what we can do with it.
I could have if I didn't know, I could say that was either way. Like, oh yeah, they planned to do this or they didn't plan to do that. But it all fell into place so well. But yeah, that Jerry section I think is what catapulted him into the next level that he went to. Yeah,
I love that. There were so many good. The good thing is street riding was just starting to really become a thing. The kind of to what it is almost now. Rails and stuff.
Yeah,
and you get sort of the first big ones in that video. Really big one. And the one Stu does, flipping heck. Didn't actually think he was going to do that day. But he just did it so quickly as well. Yeah,
the Double King.
That was a big deal back then.
Let's get this up. So
that sort of street stuff. I don't even know. I should have watched this beforehand just to refresh my memory.
No, I'm sure it'll come back to you because it came.
It will when I'm watching it.
Good.
Funny enough, I've seen this video a few times.
But I tell you what, I did because I was like, oh yeah, the street riding is quite has come on. I thought that all of the riding had progressed really good from the
year before. Yeah,
from the year before. It's a big level up. Level up. Yeah, in every part. It was. Yeah, it was great. It was great to see it. And did you film all of it?
Not all of it. I know there's a section in it. That's a big fakey. Fucking classic. Yeah, filmed that. I think. So
American stuff you probably didn't film, right?
No. What? Okay. Gosh, I can't remember now. So obviously, on the jam, it was me and Cy Ham filming. Dennis from Crowhurst filming as well. That's the jam footage. I can't remember if anyone else gave us any other footage of that ROM session. Was amazing. Jerry just owning that hip.
Yeah.
What was? It's just. I know John Pratt gave us some footage of. Is it Rob Hubbard in this video?
Yeah, Ricky Hubbard. Yeah, Ricky Hubbard.
Yeah. That was footage. I think John Pratt gave me that for that section because they were all raving about him.
Yeah, because he did well at the jam as well, didn't he? So,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we got him a sort of section in there. Yeah, that rail man, behold the wonders.
Oh, so
do you know that name? Do you know where the name came from for this video?
No, I was going to ask you that. No.
Oh, Robert Crouch there, early flipper. But people didn't even care if you bailed the flip back then. You just want to see a flip.
Not at all.
Just an attempt. But what was I going to say? The geezer.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, let me
title,
pause that and I'll you tell us about.
Pause it for a sec. I'll tell you about the title. Yeah. We needed a title for this video. No one had any ideas, and we were me, Stu, and I can't remember who else was in the pig in Hastings, the pub, and they had all film posters on the wall from the oldie days, the sort of 40s and 50s, and I think it was. I'm not sure. It was something like Thieves, the Thief of Baghdad, or one of those old films. Something like that, but one of the more old, the Thief of Baghdad or something like that, and it had the tagline, was "Behold the Wonders That Never Cease." I was just looking around the room, and I saw that, and I just started chuckling. I went, "Stu, look at that! Let's call it "Behold the Wonders That Never Cease." And Stu was like, "Yeah, that's it. That'll do," because it's silly, and you know. And it was on this tagline. It was like, you know, cut flying carpets and this and that on the poster. You know, "Behold the Wonders That Never Cease."
I always wondered where that came from. I remember
where that came from. A drunken night in the pub, and I just looked up at a poster.
I heard that it was, I think Dave told me, it's going to be called "Behold the Wonders Never Cease." I was like, what? And I couldn't work it out. Yeah,
because Dave, Beveridge, he moved into the flat below me.
That's right.
At this exact time, I was editing this video. So from about, I think I was about a quarter of the way through, and then he joined in, and because he was living below me, he came up and started helping. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, more just sitting. Well, I say helping, just sort of watching. And
he gets credited at the end.
Giving his penny's worth.
That was another question I was going to ask you. Like, how much help did the people who got credited at the end with semi-editing? How much did they do?
No, well, I did all the editing, basically.
But they just told you what was the
Stu was there.
stuff.
Stu was there for some of it, and then Dave was there for the rest. And we just, they just had ideas. That doesn't work. This doesn't work. They were just putting their pennies worth in. It's more just having someone sitting there, so it's more of a laugh. It's funny, really, because I don't think I could find myself editing like that these days. You know what I mean? The way what I do now, I wouldn't want someone.
Yeah,
sitting
but
there.
that's
But we were all drinking and smoking.
Yeah, that's it. Filling the ashtray. You and Dave were. I remember. But you need a second
opinion. Look at that, my chest. I gave up smoking 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah. There's a picture of the ashtray at the end.
That ashtray was like a bloody, just like a cremation bed. It was just bloody
cigarette buffet. Mate. Right. Let's get.
Yeah, hold on. Going. Sorry, got someone's.
No worries.
Yeah. Sorry, got sidetracked there. Someone trying to come in my front room. One of my kids.
No probs.
Anyway, so carry on. Mike Cannon.
So Mike's up with the first part with an 80s bike with some 90s bits on it, which I quite enjoyed.
Look at that. I do like this shot as he goes past. That slow motion isn't too bad.
No, the videos came on loads from the last one.
Yeah.
Look at that. So that's do you know who made that jump? That's what I was going to ask you.
I don't actually.
Who dug that lip? That's quite a decent lip, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I can't remember now. But
this is the Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, the ramp jam. There ended up sort of everyone started jumping and, I can't remember who that. I think it just slowly got built over the years. People will be riding, they start jumping up there, and then I can't remember who shaped it exactly, but just the bank slowly got worn away. And this is rad. This is all kind of like new school jumps, wasn't it?
Yeah. This was the next stage of jumping. Like,
yeah, that jump was kind of crazy because it was just like you pedal your ass off, massive jump. You'd like land on the top. But yeah, it was rad. This was just a random thing that just started happening. Everyone started sessioning it before the ramp jam, and then we got this nice little section out of it.
Yeah. No, it's good. A good little intro there, and then so it was really foggy, wasn't it, that day?
Yeah.
And then I remember the story about the flatland being fast forwarded. Dave
that ruffled some feathers in the flatland world. I remember. And the funny thing is, Dave got some flack, but he actually came on board after I'd already done this. When he started coming and putting his oar in, so he had to say, look, I had nothing to do with that. He had to apologise to a lot, he was getting blamed, All the flatlanders like, he sped it up, what the hell? To be honest, I just wanted it to fit the song.
All right. But that was one of the other things I noticed. So that was James White, and now we've got Phil Dolan. The other thing I noticed was this, I think, is the first BMX video that I know of that's been edited to the music.
Yeah, that's right. This was edited to the music, this one. Yeah.
A lot, though. Later on, it's really, prominent if you watch it with the sound. Yeah.
Before, we just, edited it and then tried to find music. There's Dave, bless him.
Yeah. And that was Adu just
doing
now.
Doing it for Powerhouse. Doing it for Powerhouse. And there's Chris taking the piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't popular with flat earners there. Fucking hell. The old this is that's Paul. Goes by the name Arrow. He's quite a prolific graffiti artist now. That DJ.
Oh, okay.
He was friends with all us and Stu back then, and they used to come and DJ their hip hop.
And what was that Stu's idea to have the DJ guys?
Yeah. Well, he was,
Okay.
all that, just having the hip hop guys up there doing that. It's all something different, wasn't it? You know,
That was that was really forward thinking. I was thought that earlier.
It was at the time, though. We just wanted punk rock. You know what I mean? It caused a few issues in how we.
Yeah, I would have definitely been like, "What the fuck's this?" Yeah,
but that one's Stu's vibe. That one's Stu's
Exactly.
thing. And now, looking, considering it was back then that it was hip hop, pretty cool.
Yeah,
some good old names here, like old faces riding now.
Yeah, Mike Mullen was just on. That's Wayne. He used to live up here, not far.
Ah,
Richard Brown. Yeah. These are all like, these names all went on to like be names, really.
Yeah.
Every person who's been on so far. I think Lemsip's got a clip as well in a bit.
Yeah. That's is that Mike Mullen?
Mike Mullen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still rides, yeah.
Yeah, nice. You know these wipes where it's closed. Oh, that's a great hair, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was had a good, cool style, man. Fast.
Oh yeah, totally.
He wasn't wasting no time on that lip, was he? Straight in and out.
Later on, he's got some really good stuff in his part.
Oh yeah,
full blown aggro, like.
Oh yeah, he was a treat. You know, when he came over, he just went for it, and it must have been great for him. I think this is his first time in Europe.
It's Tabron.
Tabron. Wicked, man. I'm glad to see he's on the mend. I saw he'd been a bit ill, hasn't he? Yeah.
I think he's about to see him doing a 540 in a pool the other day. So yeah, I think he's all right now.
It's good to see he's on the mend, man. Alex Leach, top dude, still shredding.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, didn't he? What did he do? He did something funny with his bike back then. Did he have the chainring on the other side?
Yeah. He had left-hand drive, and by the looks of it, he's got some sort of grifter hub guard or something on there. I don't know.
Yeah, but he made a sprocket or one that went the other way. Is that right? He had his own.
Left.
Jerry.
It was LHC before anyone did it. Yeah, Jerry riding the Mini.
Look at that split screen there. Do you know what's funny? That split screen that came up in the corner. My mum's video recorder, had that picture-in-picture, and I wanted to utilise it. So I went round there and run another video through it and had to sync them up and record it to another video. It was a load of palaver, but you've got to grab what you can to use new techniques,
So and how did you edited this at yours though, right?
Yeah, but I filmed those bit onto another tape, and so they're one generation down. Those ones, you see what I mean?
Yeah. But how did you this? Seems way more advanced than the 92 Backyard Jam video.
Yeah, I mean, we had
better camera as well, or
same camera. We used normal 8mm for this. You see all these wipes where it's coming in like circular and out.
Diamond,
we actually, the diamond one. Look at these young whippersnappers. We actually bought. We got Stu's aff. Look at it, man. Crazy. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by the video here.
Go on, it's all right.
Stuart bought this desk thing for me. I've still got it up in my loft. It's so basic. You ran the signal through it, and then you could do those wipes, but you had to do them live. It was like analog.
Yeah.
Sano. That was Go-Go and all that, wasn't it?
Go-Go, yeah, Scotland, yeah.
Oh, that's the old UK BFA caravan, isn't it?
Yeah, Roy and Diane, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, Jerry, look at you beauty.
What did they do? Just help organise the judging and stuff?
Must have been. I have no. You'd have to ask Stu about that.
Okay.
Look at all these young faces.
Yeah. Night of the Crypt. Oh. So you must have had some involvement in this, right?
Yeah. Well, we got to know everyone. The guys who Pete and Simon Wilkes who ran the crypts.
Okay.
To get people down there spending money, you know what I mean?
Because so
it was a good place for all the bikers to go, and it went on for years.
Okay, so this wasn't the year that the Flying Medallions played. That was the year after, wasn't it?
No, that was next year. But this look at this.
Drunkards,
lots of drunkards, all right.
And what did you just film the whole night?
No, we just had a camera there for a bit, and
Okay.
But look at Hastings back then, Christ! But look at old Tavron being a bit of a rebel back in them days.
Yeah. Kong.
Corporate rider he is today, Oh, Kong, good old Kong, and it's that Barnes and John.
Yeah.
Everyone's had a few too many of the older shandies here.
Yeah, man.
Bless them. But it's great.
That's Gary.
A lot of old faces.
Gary.
It was just wild time. Jason Berry. Look at this.
Yeah.
A few old faces. Keith.
Lemsip. Lemsip's brother. Oh, man. How long did this? Can you remember what sort of time of night was this? 3 a.m. or something?
Well, licence laws hadn't changed. This would be kicking out time, 2 a.m.
Okay.
Oh, bless you, Simon. There you go.
And now we're on to Sunday. So this is obviously the big. Had you already been away with Keith and Chris Moeller the week before, or was it all
probably
after?
had been a few. I couldn't tell you which ones we did before and after, but I know we did a lot more after.
Okay.
But so there might have been some stuff, I remember I can remember the day they arrived, and it was just all exciting. Everyone was all very excited.
Yeah, totally.
But I can't remember what we did and when. But flipping heck, man.
Yeah, that's
flips, man. I think this was the first time I actually saw a flip pulled. Because Tabron had them.
Yeah.
And Wingham as well back then. Look at these little rascals.
That is cool. That's a cool shot.
That was, wasn't it? Look at this shit, man. Squirt of dirt.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Is Bass in any of these clips? Or was he? I think he might have been next year.
He might even be too young for this.
Yeah. Bass. Is that?
That's Boyley, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't Boyley. Was it?
No.
Boyley's
on this, yeah.
Boyley's C group.
Oh,
Here he is. That's Boyley.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, this is the best. I absolutely. Shame we haven't got the sound up. His shoe is off. Grotbags on the mic.
Grotbags commentating.
His shoe is off.
So this was the first year that Grotbags was commentating. I don't think he commentated the year before, did he? No. Yeah. So this year was the first one.
No. This is the first one he commentated.
Yeah. Okay. And he became a bit of a stock commentary feature after that, didn't he?
Was he doing X Games and stuff later on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really did all right at that, didn't he?
That's a Ricky Hubbard.
Yeah. Steve Grace, Rob.
Well, and who built the lips on the jumps at this one? Do you remember?
I couldn't tell you.
Would it just been Keith and that?
Did that? Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, Keith probably would have been in charge.
Because I remember the tabletop was still slack as fuck. Like,
I don't think there was any lips. Who mean lips? No one built any lips.
No, there was a lip because this was the backflip jump. Remember that jump that they're riding?
Keith and all that did that. Yeah,
that had a good lip.
Yeah,
but it was the backflip jump. But that was the only jump with any lip on it. Really.
A broken ankle there.
Yeah, terrible. I remember.
You can see that bad boy hanging off.
There's Rob again.
Was brilliant. Accidentally doing a flare.
Yeah.
Before flares had been done. Or no, they would have been done. Hoffman would have done his by then. Yeah.
So this is A group, yeah?
Oh, Stuart King.
Yeah, he's tiny.
Came out of nowhere. And smashed it. He's just techno, wasn't he?
Well, he rode at Harrow Skate Park, so I knew he was real good anyway.
Oh yeah,
I've already seen him for a few years. That was Ian turned down.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't it? Oh, look at this.
What? Why is this black and white? Was that just because?
Yeah, it sort of went with the music. And then
okay.
Yeah, black and white, and then kicks in. With because this new little desk thing we bought, you could do black and white. Because that's not something you could easily do back then.
Yeah,
on videos. Clive Gosling.
Yeah.
Buckled wheel. Scott Timmins.
No, that's Mad Dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he chucks all his get the product out there, mate. That's it. Yeah,
it wasn't real stickers. It was bits of cut up paper. I remember.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
That's
It was just like ripped up bits of paper. Yeah.
Crawling around for that and then grabbing got a blank bit of paper. Beverage.
Yeah. Dave Bishop.
Oh, that's mighty close, wasn't it? This is great because in these old videos, it is all the vert riders. They're just, everyone was dirt jumping. There was no, I'm just doing vert. We do everything. That's pretty gnarly.
And like you say, like the amount of people at this day was a lot more. Look at it. That's
compared to the year before, it's tripled, if not more.
Look at it. Like now, look, that is an event now, isn't it?
Yeah. No, this is when things, you could tell it was BMX was coming back, and it was party time, as well. It was that whole atmosphere around this time was just everyone was buzzing,
Yeah, it'd almost grown up a bit, hadn't it? Like people weren't ashamed to be BMXers at this point.
No, it was definitely.
Yeah, I do
cool,
BMX. What? Yeah, and I'm proud of it. Like, yeah, it definitely was a changing of the mind. And
this chasm. Look at Dooley. That's you standing there, John.
Yeah, that's me. So let me just pause that for a second because
pause it.
So let me give you the little precursor to that because I went down on the Friday night.
Yeah,
and we slept in the field. Yeah.
Hardcore.
And I looked at that jump. You can kind of see how big that is there. Look.
Yeah.
There you go. Look, that gives you a proper. So the landing's there, yeah. So they were like,
big.
we built a chasm.
Was it 32 foot?
It was ridiculous. And I looked at that, and I was like, no one can clear that. I was like, no one's going to be able to jump that. And I was convinced that no one's. And that was Friday night, right? So then, Mad Dog comes down. Like there's probably like, I don't know, 20 people there or something. There's no one there.
Yeah. It was. This was the night before.
Yeah, and he looks at the jump and he rolls his bike up the lip.
Yeah.
And we're all like looking like, and I'm still thinking no one's going to clear that. That's too far. So, and then suddenly he's pedaling down the hill, and he's like, "Boff!" and he just jumps it like completely cold and off the bat, and just like what? Flies into that landing, jumped it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I couldn't believe it.
Smooth as silk as well. I mean, this is it, isn't it? And
I think didn't he go back up and he jumped it? He did a no-hander the next jump. He jumped it twice.
Then he did a no-hander over it. Yeah,
and that was it. I was finished. I was like, I could have gone home right there.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's it.
That was unreal.
It's hard to explain to someone these days how mind-blowing that was back then. I mean, I couldn't believe it, and the run-up was so shit to that jump.
It was gravelly, wasn't it? But it was kind of downhill, so but
you had to come around at an angle to it. You had to turn a corner at the bottom.
And it was almost slightly hip to the left as well. That was so good,
man. And then people and that was bloody hell. I mean, people ate shit on this jump.
People killed themselves on this, yeah.
Because if you hung on it, it wasn't like the jam the year before. You could hang on it,
blend into it,
and survive. But this one, I mean, look at Chris, man. Those sequences in Ride magazine that Mark Noble took were just amazing. Just captured it beautifully. Look, everyone's like, oh.
But yeah, because there's that really iconic shot of Chris doing the no-hander, like
it's amazing. I mean, look at this. Everyone's, they're all, but everyone was so psyched on it. It was like you'd like, oh yeah, Keith really hurt himself there, didn't he?
Big grot bags. Oh. Yeah, because that was it. I was with grot bags on the Friday night. Grot bags was saying, no, I'm going to jump that, and I was just like, no. Yeah, I wasn't.
How stoked grot bags is. How stoked he is though. He is so psyched. Could you be more psyched? He was. That must have felt so good though. I mean, everyone was having a go.
Here he is again. Look.
And again. Look. And it don't.
If you survived, it was basically a pull. If you survived,
look at this. Everyone's just. I mean, look at that crowd. It looks crazy. Oh, there you go.
That was a bad one. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he had to go and have a little brain scan, didn't he?
I don't know. That was a proper
Went to hospital, yeah.
stutterer, yeah. Let's clag it there.
Him and this is the one.
Whoa!
No hand. Oh, look at his little hat hanging on. I really thought. I mean, he was fucked. But you know, to be in that state and then come out with the gags, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought he was done for, and then he started.
I did as well. Yeah.
Doing the Evil Knievel speech. And I realised what he was doing.
Who's this guy with a hat?
What he's doing, so I'm trying to get him with the camera.
Who's the guy with a hat?
I don't know, but it's
He's like a Harry Enfield character, yeah. Brilliant.
It's like some he's just flown over from Australia.
Yeah. but that was a hospital trip as well, wasn't it? After that.
The what, sorry?
That Chris went to hospital after that, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He did later on.
And what was this?
This was John did a demo at a rave, and he was basically demonstrating here what everyone was doing.
Oh, okay.
Because they were so off their tits, you know, like all chewing and
pretty good rendition. Where it goes on.
It was actually, I know.
Quite deep and quite wild, yeah.
Yeah,
because raving was fairly new. Well, not new, but it was like
pretty big back then. See, this is like this is all stuff filmed all around, you know, the jam time. I think this was before.
This was probably before, yeah.
Yeah.
Riding for GT, I guess then.
Yeah, Ian's up there in his dungarees.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see him on the left there. And this was House of Pain. This song is quite a good.
It's really quite up the sound on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good, it's a good pinpoint to the era. Like the song and the riding, it's real reminiscent. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good old Crowhurst. That was always, you know.
So that's a staple feature in this one.
Yeah, and all of the video, you know, that's where you take everyone. Everyone to get here. Got a Crowhurst session there. You know, Leon C.
Yeah.
Because everyone was kind of cruising around with everyone else, you just get everyone's sections filmed all at the same time, you know?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, the music's good in this video as well. It is a shame.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. I'm trying to remember what... I think there was some great music, because obviously the Chasm section was Alice Donut, wasn't it? I think, the song. I can't remember, because you haven't got the music playing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what, and I think there was some Bad Religion in there as well.
There's Bad Religion for Keith Treanor's section. I think Bad Religion's in it again, yeah.
Yeah, some great songs. That's rad. Yeah, some good shit here. That was a gnarly ramp, that Leon C ramp. Man, when Jerry was on fire on that vert there.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Oh, that's how you hang up.
And that what was that? Just an incidental. So this is John Pratt's footage.
Yeah, this is the footage that John sent me. Because he said this guy's amazing. You know, he's hyping him up, and up to admit, it's pretty rad. You know, were you there? Because Jerry's here on this footage in the back. Were you there?
No, I wasn't. Where is this? No. I would guess it's Coventry. They're from Coventry, so I'd guess it's Coventry somewhere, maybe, or around that area.
I'm sure Jerry's in some of this footage, like in the background. You know.
And the John Taylor section that just fell into place because he came early, yeah.
Yeah. Just we had enough clips, and he was part of the gang. You know what I mean? So we just got him in there. But yeah, he was
the guy on the right. That's
that guy?
Dean from Birmingham. Yeah.
Ah, cool.
In his younger years, still rides a BMX.
Wow. Cool. Yeah, that was a nice little good getting that footage. That was cool to have it in there. Oh, this is great.
It was someone that no one really knew who he was, so that was good. Yeah,
exactly. It's like getting the new blood out there. But this was great. This was all filmed when we went over for the Oxford Jam, I think, and I don't think this was the jam itself, or it wasn't because there's no one there. Or did it get rained off? I can't remember now.
Yeah, it got rained off, I think.
That was a bit of footage the night before, and then we ended up going to Northampton. That was it. Because the Oxford Jam got rained off. Everyone went to Northampton.
I was there. Yeah.
Yeah. And like Bestwick and everyone was there.
Yeah. And Northampton was fairly new, wasn't it? I think
it was a great session. It was the only way indoors nearby because of the weather. But yeah, here's Alex shredding it up. this was a great section. We had 'cause this is New Model Army playing on this. Yeah, it was like a joint section with Kong, good old Kong. It's great. 'Cause you always had the same sort of the old faces coming down with, you know, same group of people. You know,
yeah, it was an annual thing, wasn't it?
New lot from London. You know,
yeah.
And it was great. So everyone kind of got to know each other from around the country from these jams. That was Spitalfields there, isn't it?
Spitalfields, yeah. Have you been there of recent years?
No, what's there now?
It's like I don't even know how to explain it. Like a real commercial market, like a.
You want to put? Do you remember what this was about?
Yeah. There was some sort of issue with Kong and
yeah. Pause it. I've got to tell the story. Pause
some sort of weird sandwich, right?
Yeah. Obviously, everyone was crashing at Stu's house over at the jam, and
this looks like a worried face. Let me get the worried face on for the story.
Well, I love it when Grant looks round. It's brilliant.
That's what I mean. So everyone's crashing. Yeah, everyone's crashing at Stu's. Yeah.
Anyway, everyone crashed at Stu's over the jams. A lot of drinking was going on. You know, it was party time back then. We're all young, and I don't know what had happened, but a lot. You know, especially when you got people like Grant down. Grant had a bit of a rep for, you know, he's a wild Scotsman. What's he going to do? You know what I mean?
Mischief,
I can't remember
mischief. Yeah,
I think it was him, but people were doing all sort of crazy shit. And so I think it was Grant did a shit on a bit of bread.
Okay, yeah, this is what
I think it was Grant who did that. I think it was him and Ian. I think they were just egging each other on. But anyway, I can't remember. I think Kong was asleep, crashed out, and they put the bread right by his head with a bit of. And I think he woke up, and I don't know if he put his face in it but he wasn't happy, shall we say?
Yeah.
I think they was chasing down corridors, and yeah, he was like, "What's this? This chocolate? Is this shit?" You know.
He couldn't have put his face in it. Surely, I think.
No, I'm sure there was. It was not good.
Yeah,
I don't know if he actually got it on him, but it was. Yeah, he woke up with a big slice of bread with a turd on it next to him. I'd need to check on I can't remember. I wasn't actually there myself, but this story was right for next day. You know,
I remember. Yeah. And then I remember seeing this and thinking it was hilarious. Like this clip of Bruce Lee, the song as well. The song must have been specifically for this, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it was. Yeah. Okay.
He got a bit carried away because they had to give Kong a bit of a wide berth. He really wasn't happy with him. He was not.
I remember. Yeah, I remember you and Dave telling me this story, and I really was enjoying the antics behind it. Yeah.
And the thing is, Kong had a massive poster in his van of Bruce Lee. He loved a bit of it.
Okay.
You remember?
No, I don't remember. I remember the van, but I don't remember the Bruce. But he was into martial arts, wasn't he? So it makes sense.
In his van, you opened the door, and there was a massive Bruce Lee poster. So hence why we got Bruce out of Enter the Dragon there, kicking some ass. And then we got a bit of Beswick.
Yeah.
God, you see Jamie riding now. Christ, man, he is. I mean, he's my age. I can't even walk up a set of stairs now. And he's bloody just doing whatever he wants.
Both ways here as well. I noticed Kong did a grind the opposite way as well just now, which was advanced.
Yeah,
these guys didn't even realise what they were doing, really.
I know. It was like they would. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? You know, I'm pretty sure Jamie did a lot of his lip tricks the wrong way around. First, and then he had to learn them. Yeah. He had to learn them the right way. You know, because I think he just naturally went that way.
Yeah,
man, it's great seeing this. Northampton, this place is gone, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Radland's long gone. Yeah, of course it has. Oh, it's great watching this.
Yes, right, the dungarees. What was the story of this? Of the start of this? Is it John leaving a voice message on the?
Oh yeah, I forgot all about
the answering machine. Yeah.
I think John Taylor had left a message on his answering machine. Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, that was left a message on Ian's answering machine.
I think so. Yeah.
Or maybe the backyard answering machine.
Actually, it was the backyard answering machine. Yes, it was.
Make more sense. Yeah.
And I actually got the tape off Stu so I could put it on this.
Oh, okay.
What was he saying? Do you remember? You watched it earlier. I can't remember.
he was saying, "Is this the line for sex-starved people? My name's
that's
Ian
it.
Morris," and he was like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, but it was John saying it. That's
a sex
it. Yeah.
line or something. Yeah. And what's Angela's song? This is a really bad song for this part as well.
Yeah. Who is this music? It's terrible, isn't it? It was some girl he was trying to impress or something. I can't remember now. You know, right into her song. Right into her song.
Oh, okay.
This American stuff. This was filmed by Will Smith.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I wondered who filmed this. I thought they just had a camera.
Yeah. That was I managed to get a really bad VHS copy of his footage after, which I've still got, somewhere. Yeah, this is great stuff. I love it when this is great.
It's unreal.
That's techno for back then.
That's man. I never noticed that until I watched it earlier.
Really rad. I was pretty stoked on that footage as well. This is great, hitting the rails.
Yeah.
You see the start of all the street stuff here, handrails are starting, and people are starting to hit that shit up. It's just rad.
Airwalk NTS.
Yeah, baby.
I like the bikes with a like mix mash of like 80s and modern stuff. I think that's a good era. This was a really good section that I enjoyed with the music. I thought this was excellent. Yeah, like because it's not like super technical, but it just like works so well.
It's great. Keith loved this song, and obviously I love it. The song playing is Subhumans, isn't it? Work, rest, play, die. And all these photos.
The shots,
mine, they were all on his. When I went round his mum's house, this Scooter Slams killer. When I went round his mum, they were all on the wall in a frame. All those passport photos of Keith through the years.
Oh, okay.
So I videoed them. With that in mind of doing that.
All right. Yeah, no, I thought that was really good. Yeah, I was like,
it worked really well.
Section.
Yeah.
Oh, and so you talked about this last time. This is the original Chasm, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, this little one here, that was what the Chasm was originally. It's only about 12 foot. The Chasm.
Pretty far, though, to be fair.
Like, it was a big jump back then, but not like what it was.
So that's the original one, yeah.
Yeah, from 1990, yeah. Yeah, Keith was a rad jumper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I don't know where we got that footage from. I think Keith might have given me that.
I think that was Slough, the racetrack that was.
The old Skyway on the front.
Yeah, it looks good with a Skyway on the front. I mean, it doesn't work very well, but it looks good.
Yeah, not the most practical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just met up with Keith and we just went and shot some bits down the track just for this, because we didn't have much footage of him.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. What was it? Was this from a film called The Mac?
Yeah, The Mac and his pack. Yeah.
Okay.
Or The Mac, just The Mac. But Stu was the funk master. You know what I mean? And this was such a great. Yeah.
Look at the
start.
So there's supposed to be like tons of money there. Yeah, there's like there's like $200 at most.
I know. It was all a bit of a joke with Stu and Backyard. You know what I mean? The money and stuff. It was. But this day was, it's so annoying when Stu did that rail because we had two cameras with us, but the battery would run out on one. Because if we'd had a second angle, this is great. This is Stu's old footage from 1984 at his old mum's house.
Team Turners.
Look at that.
We
Team
talked about
Turners.
that last time as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. The legendary team. That was Damien. I think doing the photos then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember Damien?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is rad. All the old, some cool street stuff.
That was like pioneering stuff back then. Like,
yeah, it was completely.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, Crowhurst.
Splendid.
Yeah, Stu was a rad vert rider, before this.
So when you're making Stu's part, did Stu come and like tell you what stuff to put in, or?
I think he was there when we edited it. He said what, but I mean, we kind of had in mind.
You kind of knew already.
This is great. I love that 180 down the stairs. He just about hangs on to it. This was actually
Yeah,
from a
that's it.
video the year before, because we always did skate video part. In our skate videos, Stu had a section as well. And these little clips are from that because they weren't
Oh,
seen
right.
by the BMXers. So we used a few clips in this. You know, this is when TLB came to Hastings. That was
Oh, is it early? Yeah.
Stu still got a scar on his chin from that.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Yeah. I
that
know. I
slam.
remember seeing it. Yeah.
A bungee jump there. Bless him. Look at him. More America rails shot by Will. That's rad.
Good on that. Twin palms.
That's a rad jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stu was rad. You know, it's just look at that hair, man. That was just killer.
Them jeans. The jeans. Look at that opposite three.
Yeah, that's a bit of bloody new school there. Yeah, man. Whoa. Oh yeah, Stu fucked his knee there. This is just the best. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Back then, that blew our minds. This hurt like hell.
Oh, was that you? Yeah.
He dragged me like 20 foot. I was wrapped around his bike for literally.
What? How many times did he take to do that row?
You know what? He had a load of attempts. I think he did it. I think what's mad is he hadn't done it before. He had a few attempts at it. And I don't know, we went back there to film it that day after he sort of tried it and bailed. I think he broke his butt. He did it really quick. We did that. Oh, I can't remember if he hit me afterwards. I think, yeah, no, the slam happened where he crashed into me and then knocked me for 6. Bloody hell. And then I think he had one more go and then he pulled it. I think he did it like 5th go. It's mad.
Well,
and he did it perfect.
That was a big row for back then. Like, what's a big row for now? But
insane.
Like, back then, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
Even now, it's pretty darn
Yeah,
big.
yeah, totally.
There's no small rail. That's a double kinker. It was quite low, the rail, but man, it was just blew our minds. I mean, that was celebration time when he did that. You know what I mean? I had bruised ribs after he crashed into me. My ear was smashed. The camera was all right because I had it wrapped around on a bit of string. Because the camera, on cable around my wrist. Anyway, it's Zach shredding at
Spitalfields. Yeah, you wouldn't believe that there used to be ramps in that place now.
No.
It's like, it's
what is it now?
It's like I don't even know how to explain what it is. It's like an artsy Westfield full of like upper class Londoners and London tourists. Like it's just completely like
gentrification.
Yeah. Like you'd never remember the football thing in the background and all that stuff. Yeah, back then they didn't even know. There was a street course as well. They didn't know what to do with it back then. They were just like, "What are we going to do with this big space?"
That's what Zach was jumping out the street course into the mini then, wasn't he?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I'm glad I got this shot because I turned up at this backyard and Keith was just asleep there.
Asleep at the door.
So I went out and did the shot. And he didn't even wake up.
Was this when he just arrived? Look at that.
I know. I think he'd been there for a few days. He just needed a little nap, but he had it right there. Nice.
This is a good part. Like really good.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, he was rad.
Yeah.
Techno.
Full power as well. Like.
Yeah, totally. Just like, I love all the No, he was a treat to film. It was great. It's just great hanging out with these guys back then. It's funny because I haven't seen Keith since, but we occasionally sort of nattered online.
Yeah,
that was rad, wasn't it?
Yeah, the alley-oop table was massive.
Such rad.
Look at that. That's proper. Yeah,
that's how you do it. Look at that. No, it was great. He was top bloke.
There's a Lee session. I was here. So you filmed this as well, obviously.
Yeah. That's you in the back. I just saw you fly over the background there. Yeah. Yeah.
And how long did these guys come over for? Like 2 weeks or something?
Pretty much, yeah. So we'd have to get everything filmed of them in that time. But everyone was, because all it was riding, then partying all night. So we'd just go riding all day. It'd be like everyone would leap in Stu's van up to Leigh-on-Sea, or wherever.
Adventures.
Just road trips.
Yeah, man. He does a good air on this vert ramp in a minute as well. I looked at earlier. I thought it was amazing. Yeah.
It's fun, mad watching this. It's great. It was, that's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it was great going back and remastering these videos, especially this one. Getting them looking.
This was the one that, like, for you to set the pace to move it forward, like in this vein. I was really impressed with this when I watched it earlier. This was good as well. I remember enjoying this when I was first saw it. I was like, yeah, that's a cool start to it.
It's the milk tray advert, man.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's Dave. But the do you remember the cinema premiere of this? You were there, weren't you?
Yeah. I was going to bring it up later on. Yeah.
We had that at Bexhill Cinema.
That's right.
And and it was great. That was,
and it was a big, good turnout as well.
Yeah. We sold that. We made tickets for it and everything. It was brilliant because
the riding on the big screen looked amazing.
Yeah, it was mad having a cinema. I remember we looked into getting it converted to 35mm film to show at the cinema because it was all, and it was just like the guy just laughed at Stu on the phone. He was like, "Yeah, it's about $5,000 a minute." He said, "You want to do what?" Nah. So and then the cinema said, "Actually, we know someone with a video projector," and didn't even know what a video projector was back then, and it worked a treat, Jerry.
So
crippled dick.
What was the was it from the Terminator? This talk here.
Yes.
Okay.
It was actually it's from the Terminator, but I actually got it off a Sig Sputnik record.
Oh, okay.
But they sampled it from
Look at that.
A machine wrapped in flesh.
Yeah, that's it.
Kills, but cannot be killed.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
I mean, when Jerry was on it.
Yeah.
It was a sight to behold. A wonder to behold.
Yeah, exactly.
And it didn't cease.
Look at his shoes. He's riding monkey boots or something.
It's mad, isn't it? And he's on an old Skyway TA, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even a bike that was quite old by them day standards, Look at him, he's just fucking rad as fuck. I love it when he was sessioning his hip. I couldn't believe it,
that wasn't a hip that really got used.
That hip now.
Yeah, you can. You can't do it like that though. You can't.
No.
Even now, you can't do it like that.
No one did it like that. But because they've put so many ramps in there now. It's kind of, you can't do old school shit like that. That was amazing. That Stockwell Gap. Is that Stockwell Gap still there?
Yeah.
I know they've resurfaced it.
It's hard to get to now, though.
Oh, gotcha.
I think there might be something in the way.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry. He's just so fucking rad.
And the song, this song as well, like Operation Ivy was the perfect fit as well.
Well, I actually rang up Jerry on the landline back then, and we had a chat about it. And I said, "What music do you want?" Because he wanted. He did want Maccabee because we both loved the Maccabee guy. The reggae guy. But I wasn't brave enough back in then to put that sort of music on a video. I know it sounds crazy, but I just and I did later that in the Last Resort in his section there he did have it because I was feeling a bit braver then.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it worked well. It worked good then as well.
He said, "What's that Operation Ivy one? I love it." And so we went with that. Look at that tray. That's when you stay up all night editing. Silk cut.
Look at that.
And there's the old Amiga computer.
So he actually picked. Did he pick the Operation Ivy song, or did you just?
Yes, he did. Yeah, yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
I got I got anyone who could. Oh, there's Dave. Bless him, lighting up another smoke in my old flat. I think this was just as we were coming to the end of the vid, you know.
Yeah.
We filmed this little bit when we were just messing about.
Because this
Is
I
great.
thought was really good.
Here, you see Chris
He's on the front of Alex's
had a cine camera.
Yeah. I think you
and he was
mentioned it
filming
last
with
time.
that. See the cine camera he's got, and he was filming with that. And I spoke to him when he got home, and I said, "Have you got that cine film footage? Want to use it? You know?" Or he's like, and it all didn't come out. Nothing came out. He filmed.
Oh shit!
I think it got exposed or something. There he is having a nap.
Bus, look.
That bus that gassed anyone who was in it, 'cause it had a leak in the exhaust. It's like Stu driving along with the window open, just trying to breathe oxygen. Bit more Radlands. Stuart King. Yeah. What did you call Stuart King? What was his name?
The Nays.
Name?
The Nays. Is it that one?
The Nays.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Best name ever. The Nays. Getting the beat off Jerry there. Yes. These I do love a good end montage.
Yeah. That's one of the things that remind me of props as well, was like just the messing about at the end and the sort of fun
it's great
vibes
to be able to put in this. And this became a thing we outtakes.
That's Vauxhall. That was the old Vauxhall concrete banks.
Wow. Jesus.
I didn't know you went there. I saw that, noticed that earlier. They're long gone now, but
yeah. Chain broke. Man. Oh, Gordon. Paul. DJ Supreme. Look at what's Grant doing in the product mosh.
Where was that at the track?
Yeah. This is when like everyone's diving for gear. Obviously, Grant needed to get a new set of cranks or something.
New loaf of bread. There's Lemsip. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
This was great. Like,
those cards used to get in phone boxes, man.
Yeah.
This was so
Stu's calling one. He was calling one. He said, "Oh, she's not in," or "He's not in."
He's not in.
Couldn't work out. Yeah.
But we we went round Soho when Keith to Soho.
This is London, is it? Was that London when it died? Okay, I wasn't sure where it was. Yeah.
We took Keith up to Soho before he went home because he wanted to see the famous red light district, whatever it is.
Okay.
And that was a funny night. That was. We're just roaming around London being dicks, basically. Oh, that Paul, gorgeous.
Oh, they'd be crying about you doing that now.
Yeah. Watch that coping.
Yeah.
Bit of Mad Dog banter.
Yeah.
Mark Noble. Yes, when Stu fucked his leg, had to be wheeled back to the van, pushed up the hill.
So that was the 360, that he slid out on.
Heard he killed a man once.
Yeah, Dooley with his story about Stu.
Yeah.
And I think the titles are coming up.
Yeah. This was a great. I like. This was
great first name on there.
Yeah, you made the cut.
So after this obviously set you guys up for like making the annual video, right? Because after
we were established after this video. Yeah.
Did you know whilst making this? Did you know right? We're going to do this every year.
I think it was in the bag. I'd be planning it. I'd be thinking ahead. I can't wait till next year. Do the next one because we'd have all. This would come out probably. What was it?
Winter, I'd guess.
These out sort of late summer.
Late summer,
finished product. And by that time, people kind of expecting them. You know what I mean? It was
yeah.
It was the yearly video. Because that was it. One video a year, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
generally, apart from
at one point, it was only backyard video, really, like for a couple of years. It was the only video that came out consistently, and it came out every year.
Well, it's good to aim for because people expect. It was the same with the skate videos with Pal Peralta and all that. One a year. They'd work on it. You get your one video out.
And can you remember like how much of a success this one was? Because this is like Is this the picture he was on about?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, with all of us in.
Okay.
I don't think you're in it, but everyone
Okay.
was in it. You know, everyone's in it.
So
It's a great photo.
how like well received was this? Because BMX was growing. This was a really good video, and like was the next level of what was going on. Like
Yeah.
everything culminated all nicely in this package. Can you
Yeah.
remember like what sort of numbers it was, or how successful this was? Because I would have thought this was a real
I
a new boom. Like
I think we did probably look at that young man. I think we did about 200-300 videos.
okay, so it's decent. Yeah,
Sold,
for
which
1993
at the time was pretty
Ridiculous.
mad. You
Yeah.
know, I think about two. Yeah, this was. This got good. The reviews and the mags were fantastic. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, Ryder'd always love it. Well,
Yeah.
I could send them a shit in a box. They'd love it. But but Dig liked it as well, and they were always pretty
Okay.
tough on me. Those swines. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Even though we're all chums, you know what I mean? But they were pretty hardcore. But they said,
infancy at this point. That was they
Yeah.
were on their first issue. So yeah.
oh, literally, yeah. But I did get a mention there saying, "Behold the Wonders." I think it said something like, "Probably the best UK video around at the moment." You know, I think that was
Okay.
nice.
Other than the one other one that maybe came out. that year.
Exactly.
I don't think there's too many to choose from.
Out of the two UK videos that are out at the this is probably the best one.
Out of the one
Yeah.
video that's come out this year, this is the best one.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it was a high praise from them. It was high praise. But you know, we sort of cut our teeth on videos that were coming over from America, like the Els Bells ones. You know, 6'6", 5.5", and Clowns Full of Hate. Who did that one?
Homeless.
They were sort of video home. Yeah, they were sort of the early videos that sort of hit us over here. You know, that Stu was importing himself.
yeah.
You know, and selling.
That's what I meant to ask you earlier. Was like what, like you was influenced by skate videos, but what sort of BMX videos was you drawing from, if any, at that point in time? Just those
Well,
ones you just mentioned.
We all love Ride On. I
Yeah.
loved 6'6", 5.5" because it was just all over the place. You know.
Weird.
Do you
Yeah.
remember it?
Yeah. Els
I
Bells.
always remember it opened with
Mystery. Wasn't it?
that Jesus Built My Hot Rod song.
It was just mystery, wasn't it? It's like, what's
Yeah.
going on here? Like,
Jesus
these guys
Built My
are
Hot
doing
Rod.
it.
That who did that song?
Is that Ministry?
Who did that? Ministry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. But they opened with that, and it was just frantic editing and just crazy shit happening. You know, I loved it.
Yeah.
Even though it was like 3 hours long, it was a bit of an epic. But
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing them, but not knowing whether I liked them or not. I couldn't figure it out. Like, there was interesting stuff in there.
I dug it. I really dug it. And Stu was importing them from him directly. We were getting them copied up here in this country. You know,
Oh, okay.
he'd get the master off them with permission to do so many copies. You know. So yeah.
And what? So, do you would you say that you think this did have an impact on the BMX worldwide?
I don't know about worldwide. Definitely,
This must have been seen in the US. I mean, I don't know how many were seen in the US, but
the next video after this was definitely seen. I know for a fact because they've said did inspire a lot of young people who went on to be quite prominent in the BMX scene in America. But we'll talk about that when we do that one.
Yeah, of
but
course.
This one, I mean, we'd always get a handful of NTSC copies done of these, and so we could send to Mad Dog and people, So a few got out there.
Or something, yeah.
But I think people, they weren't easily because it's not like today where you can just upload it to someone or send them a link. Like you had to convert it to a different video format, which wasn't easy back then.
Yeah, but you remember getting copies of videos over here from there, just random jams and random bits of footage, So I'm guessing the same thing happened over there.
Yeah,
so more people.
Totally. I'm sure.
What you think?
I'm sure copies of this got sent around places. I'm sure they took because Stu would always fling a few over there,
Yeah.
Especially as we started getting more involved with, like I think Stu was kind of importing Hoffman by now. He was dealing with Matt and because obviously Angus I did at the end of this year. It's kind of funny, I finished Angus in December '93, And this was done in the beginning of the year, you know, finished by the summer. And of course, you know, by the end of '93, shit was really hitting the fan. When it, you know, with the 360 flip and all sorts, you know, it's quite a year. '93, first front flip.
Yeah,
so
really
I remember, you know, I remember the like Zach's flip was. Oh, I'll talk about that when we do Angus. Let's not going about that now.
Yeah, man. So, but you're definitely right about the release date, because I remember going to that cinema showing of this.
Would have been in July, I'm sure.
It was in the summer. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But that was great fun, wasn't it? The cinema thing. That was quite amazing. You know, there was excellent. At a foyer, you could buy popcorn. It was great.
Looking back on it, like now, it doesn't seem like that actually happened. I thought I was like, did that happen earlier on when I thought about that? I was like,
yeah, because it's done an actual cinema. I think we just got carried away with, you know, like we'd all be in backyard talking about what we could do, and someone would come up with a silly idea about the premiere and go, why don't we have it in a cinema? You know, and suddenly Stu would be like, yeah. You know, no one really thought about the logistics of it all. We'd be like, you know,
man,
let's do it.
That was brilliant.
And the next thing you know, Stu's on the phone to Bexhill Cinema, seeing if we can rent it out.
Well, that's what happened, wasn't it? So
yeah, when they're not showing films, you know, because they were still open then, you know, and that's basically what happened. And they were when up for it.
When you finished this, one, then you did Angus, Like, obviously, you're thinking about the next video that you're going to make, I would assume, because there've been like 2 on the trot. So you've got like a whole winter to go through. Was you already like thinking the next video is going to be this, or did you just like not going to think about it until the time comes?
Basically, with Angus, obviously, we'd finished this video, and normally it was only one a year we'd do. But I think we just had so much footage coming in from all different places. You know, it all John Pratt's footage. Stu was going to America, film. I'd give him a camera. You know, Dave Beveridge should go to. He went to America. Take the camera, Dave. You know, if you don't mind filming. You know, and suddenly we just amassed all this footage by sort of the end of the year in a few months.
Okay.
And then through different people, different jams, a lot of John Pratt's footage, I'd say, and that's sort of how that video came around. And then I'd sort of almost edited all the video by December, but we had a bit at the end, which obviously, that's why I said to Zach, I go, if you're going to do this flip, you've got to do it now. And that's why he says at the end, you know, I told you I'd get it for the end of the video, you know.
Man. Excellent.
Mad shit. But I'm crazy proud of this video. Loved it. Really sort of felt like a proper video, you know.
Yeah.
And
a full coming out, reflection of like BMX scene in 1993 as it's kind of coming out and being its own thing. Like, that's what I thought earlier on. I was like, this is such a good representation, and it's great.
It was great,
solid,
wonderful times. You know, the backyard was doing great. You know, it stopped being backyard skates; it was backyard. You know, Stu had a great brain going with his afro. You know, it was all heading in the right direction. You know, and it's just. Yeah.
Did you think any of you guys knew how big these events were going to be, or did you think it was like
not at this time? No, I mean, no one. It was just something we were doing. You know, it was. You never think, this is going to lead to what the X Games will be, or something like that. You know, or these bigger comps. You know, this sort of thing.
But the actual the backyard jam Did you think it's going to get bigger, or did you think we'll be lucky if it's the same size as it was last year?
We're just happy when more people arrive. And this one was great. I mean, I remember looking at the footage of this, you know, like when the Chasm section, because everyone's around the Chasm jump.
Yeah.
Like, there's how many people here? This is insane. Yeah. But then, you know, next year it was even bigger. And then by 95, my God, you look at footage of that and it just looks like insanity.
There must be like tunnel of people, wasn't it?
Yeah,
people riding down that to that jump.
You know, comps now, everyone's well away from the riding. Literally, in this gap of everyone trying to get a look in, everyone was in there on the jump and it was just must have been insane for the riders.
Yeah,
you know, coming down these little corridors of people.
That's what made the atmosphere like. That's what made the things, didn't it? So good. Now you got
totally
off, and you got to be able. It's rubbish. Yeah.
I think Stu, lost years of his lives with worry about someone getting hurt.
Yeah, I bet.
There was no health and safety whatsoever. You know, he was. You know, it was a sweat for him. You know, it got to the point where it was just too think that's why they pretty came to an end for a bit, because
Yeah.
the stress of it and the worry of someone could seriously hurt themselves, especially with the Chasm. Because
Well, they got
to the point where people would fly over, flinging
Yeah.
themselves at kids who had no business doing a Chasm.
And then when people were staying the night, that's when they got like real crazy. So, but the backyard jams,
Yes.
they changed BMX events full stop, like worldwide.
Completely.
Just completely
without a doubt. Yeah.
rearranged everything. Yeah.
I mean, the fact all the Americans were coming over here, and just going, this is insane.
Yeah. This is where I
they
wanna
couldn't
be,
believe it. This is like nothing. There's our comps because America's so spread out. That when they had comps, there was nowhere near as many people as there are. Because obviously America's a big place. But
of course,
so getting everyone together in one place was pretty mad.
Yeah.
And it was great because everyone came over for the jams. Then there'd be so many people coming to say your jams at Pinner and things like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Bigger jams.
We get a wash off. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and suddenly
that was the whole idea of it, wasn't it? Yeah, it was just create, and that's how it all grew back again to
totally
something worth being. Yeah, man, it's splendid.
So cool.
But yeah, I actually like these. Yeah, because it does take me back as well to them periods. Of time
I cannot believe this was 31 years ago.
Yeah,
I mean that's insane.
And this is like, so 1993, when people say like new school BMX, this is when it started. 31 years ago. Like, I'm like, everything after 93 is new school. Like, yeah, man.
But they were great times. This is when you guys started coming down regularly.
Yeah, that's
wasn't
it.
Was it around now? Yeah, it was this year. And it was always great
when Dave moved there. It was the year Dave moved there that we used to come because we stayed with Dave. Yeah,
come and stay in his rotten old flat downstairs below me. Yeah, and that was great because everyone would be there, and you'd have all the union. That's kind of where the union came from, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
The union was around. Totally. It was like you call the union. You got a problem.
That's it. Yeah.
Better call the union in. But it makes me laugh that it started as sort of in joke with you guys, ended up being a proper company. I think it's brilliant. Because it was so great. It was like, that's it. Ride on covering the right. Ride and dig aren't covering the right things in their issues. Call the union, get them
in. Oh, mate. Brilliant.
It's going to be a picket line, I tell you. I can't wait till we talk about the next video. We're going to talk about all that.
What was the next one?
The next one's Unlock Your BMX.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, that's always one.
That was pretty wild. They're kind of similar, and then you got On Location after that. And
so On Location and what was the one after that? The one after was the big one.
Last Resort. That's one of my favourites. That's when street riding was. That's when street riding really started taking off big time. Like Burley.
That was the one that a lot of people remember, because obviously it's a little bit later as well, but yeah.
Well, we shifted like 2,000 copies of that bad boy.
Wow. Fuck, that's good going.
You can see how much BMX, that shows how much, or was it, I think it's about, maybe
that was a boom time. That was 97, yeah?
96.
96, okay, so that was like, it was growing good, yeah. 97 is another boom year, but 96.
Because I videoed all the Last Resorts on the shelf at Backyard, and there was on a shelf. It looked mad. I couldn't believe my eyes. My video that many.
How many was there? Do you think?
They had 1,000 press first. I don't know if they did more after, but considering we went from selling 50 copies of the early video to 50 to 100 of the first 92, and then 5 years later we're shifting 1,000 plus units. That shows BMX growing somewhat, and it's.
I'll have to find out how much they were in one of the old mail order ads.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've probably got some somewhere, but it's mad. Yeah, I think they were probably selling for about 15 quid.
Yeah,
I don't know back then, but they sold. They sold.
I'll have mags with the ads in, so I'll find out.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah.
Have a look through the archives.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man! All right. Well, I'm good with that. If you're good.
I'm good. I don't think we can say much more because we'll save that for the other videos.
No, that's fucking that was cool though. I really, yeah. As ever, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm down with this. I love it.
Thanks for listening. We've got a Patreon page, so if you could show us any support, we'd be most grateful. The link's below. A lot of work goes into these shows, so anything you could do would be much appreciated. Thank you.